Last week on my channel, I talked about Peter Columbus, the ocean dub voice actor for Goku, who, in my honest opinion, is the most underrated Goku voice actor there is. People seem to criticize the ocean dub a lot, and while it has had its missteps, especially with the censorship, it's also had its pros as well. One of the pros is what I'll be discussing in today's video, Scott McNeil, the ocean dub voice actor for Piccolo. So let's jump right in. The old pioneer dub for Dragon Ball Z, one of the first voice actors was Scott McNeil, a Canadian voice actor who played the role of Piccolo. Scott's Piccolo was unlike anything you'd seen before. Chris Sabat and Toshio Furukawa mostly focused on their calm and serious side of Piccolo, and they did a great job with it. And they pretty much portrayed him best after he joined the Z Fighters and became a good guy. Scott, however, focused more on the menacing side of Piccolo and did a great job intimidating you.
Thanks to you two, I've come to know that I have a home other than this one in outer space. But this has been my home, and no man comes into another man's house and starts telling him what to do. You're out of line. We're not here to bow down to your demands. We're here to fight. So go ahead.
His performance, in my honest opinion, was the best in the Saiyan Saga, and if the ocean dub ever decided to dub the original Dragon Ball, Scott McNeil would be legendary as Piccolo Jr. and King Piccolo especially. Last week I talked about Peter Columbus being very similar to Masuko Nezawa, and how that was a positive in his performance. Scott McNeil, however, is a little different. Let's move on to the Japanese side. Toshio Furukawa does a great job portraying the calm and intelligent side of Piccolo very well. Scott McNeil, on the other hand, does it very different from Furukawa. Rather than portraying the calm side and serious side like Sabat and Furukawa would, he focuses more on the menacing and intimidating side. He's completely different from the previous ones. Play the clips.
You're out of line. We're not here to bow down to your demands. We're here to fight. So go ahead and do whatever it is that you came here to do. I remember the first day that I brought you here. You've changed so much since then. The harder things got, the more determined you became. I'm proud of you. Hey, sorry I was so rough on you. I knew.
Don't you see how different McNeil's is from Furukawa? It feels like they're portraying totally different characters, and that's one thing I liked about Scott. He kept it unique. He didn't try to imitate another voice actor. He did his own thing with it, and that's one thing I really appreciate Scott for. He's also one of the few ocean dub voice actors who still reprised his role even after the time skip to the Trunks arc and all that stuff in between, you know, with like Funimation, Saban, and all that, you know, stuff that went down. He and Brian Drummond have also brought up Ocean Kai a few times recently, so we know for a fact that he is still indeed aware and won't forget his role as Piccolo. I think he did fine in the Cell and Buu saga, but his prime will always be in the Saiyan saga, where he showed the menacing side very well. If Piccolo had stayed a villain in Dragon Ball, Scott would be considered the best and most definitive English Piccolo there is. But since he isn't, Sabat's considered the most definitive Piccolo. And don't get me wrong, Sabat's a great Piccolo voice actor, but I'm just saying, if Piccolo had stayed a bad guy, Scott would be considered the best and most definitive English Piccolo there is. His Buu saga and Cell saga performances were good, but they don't feel the same as the beginning of Dragon Ball, as Piccolo's menacing and intimidating side, as that was kind of the part where, you know, Piccolo was best portrayed and where he was the most evil in Dragon Ball Z. His menacing side seemed to be less apparent as it went along, and if anything, Scott's Piccolo sounded kind of like Batman later in the series. But yeah, Scott's performance was excellent in the early stages of Dragon Ball, and boy oh boy, some of these scenes still give me chills to this day.
Him what to do. You're out of line. We're not here to bow down to your demands.
It's too bad you're so evil. With this highly advanced circuitry, you could have done some good in this world.
But this has been my home, and no man comes into another man's house and starts telling him what to do.
And that has been my video talking about Scott McNeil's Piccolo voice and why I think it's the best voice out of the entire ocean dub. I kept it short this time around because I didn't feel there was much to go into, because Scott is praised quite a bit and I wouldn't call him underrated like Kalimas. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and spread the word about the channel if you haven't already. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. Mr. Ninja Star out. Peace everybody.